Hey there my fellow Commander players, welcome back to my channel. It's time for another thrilling episode of Budget Power-Ups, a series about getting the most out of your Commander decks without breaking the bank. From explosive ramp spells and game-changing win conditions, to clever combo pieces and synergistic creature packages, we'll be exploring it all. My mission? To show you that you can compete with the best without maxing out on your credit cards. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future Commander content. Before we start, I would like to quickly mention my friends at Pyramid Designs. They make fantastic playmats with amazing artwork. Their playmats are made with great care and are incredibly durable. So if you're looking for a top-notch playmat to up your Commander games, then I've got a great discount code for you and it's really easy to claim. Simply click the link that pops up now in the right hand corner of my YouTube video and it will direct you to a landing page which is offering an exclusive offer on Pyramid Design playmats for my YouTube viewers. Simply claim the coupon, add your email and away you go. You can even find the link in my YouTube description. I also recently made a Patreon, feel free to check that out, the link is in my description below. Okie dokie, without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Let's dive into these power-ups. Number 1. Wayfarer's Bubble. An artifact spell that costs 1 generic mana to cast, and it says the following. For 2 generic and tap, sacrifice Wayfarer's Bubble, search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. I feel like everyone at this point perhaps knows about Wayfarer's Bubble, but if for some reason you don't, then you need to pick a few of these up. It's a budget all-star. Being only 1 generic mana makes it exceptionally easy to cast, and it's also versatile as it can fit in pretty much any coloured deck. We can use Wayfarer's Bubble to help find that missing coloured land that we may need, or that extra one that we're looking for to cast a specific mana numbered spell in our hand. An overall great card and well worth picking up. In fact, I'll call this a Commander staple. And you can buy this card for around 50 cents. Number 2. Generous Gift. An instant spell that costs 1 white and 2 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a free green elephant creature token. Okay, Generous Gift is a superb removal spell and does wonders for mono white decks and any deck that really is splashing white, to be honest with you. It is a versatile removal spell that can target any permanent, allowing you to deal with a large range of troublesome threats on the battlefield. I mean, you can only target one though, remember that. It replaces the destroyed permanent with a free green elephant creature, acting as both removal and creature generation in one card. However, we don't always get the free elephant unless of course we target one of our permanents, which is very unlikely, but could be done. You never know, that might come in handy. Overall, Generous Gift is a flexible and effective card that can find a place in many Commander decks. You can buy this card for around 80 cents. Number 3. Talisman of Progress. An artifact spell that costs 2 generic mana to cast, and it says the following. For tap, add 1 generic mana. Or, for tap, add 1 white or 1 blue mana. Talisman of Progress deals 1 damage to you. You can never have enough mana rocks in your collection, and Talisman of Progress is a good one to get. It can really help pump up your deck to make it more competitive. I really like how you can tap it for either white or blue mana and it only deals 1 damage to us, which in Commander is nothing really, as we start the game with 40 life. Trust me, when you stop panicking about your life all the time and see it more as a resource, you can power up your gameplay dramatically. An overall wicked mana rock that's well worth picking up as a power up, and you can buy this card for around 40 cents. Number 4. Callous Bloodmage. A vampire warlock creature that costs 1 black and 2 generic mana to cast. It has 2 power and 1 toughness, and it says the following. When Callous Bloodmage enters the battlefield, choose 1. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Or you draw a card and you lose 1 life, or exile target player's graveyard. So Callous Bloodmage offers a lot of great card decks for just 3 total mana, and we also get a creature on the battlefield that can attack or block. Not to mention, it's a vampire warlock, so it can fit in many tribal decks. This card offers decent card advantage and the ability to wipe out someone's graveyard, so if you're playing against someone who is manipulating what is in their graveyard, then Callous Bloodmage could be your secret weapon to shut that player down, We're talking about people who are playing flashback spells or graveyard recursion spells, for example. Overall, Callous Bloodmage can be versatile and powerful in card and commander formats, providing value and disruption to help you control the game and gain an advantage over your opponents. You can buy this card for around 60 cents. Number 5, Crop Rotation. An instant spell that costs 1 green mana to cast and says the following. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a land. Search your library for a land card, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Now this is one awesome card. I'm a big fan of Crop Rotation. By rotating your lands, you're ensuring that you have a variety of mana sources available to you. This reduces the likelihood of getting mana screwed and being unable to play your spells. For just 1 green mana at instant speed, you can't really go wrong with Crop Rotation. By playing a variety of lands in your deck, you can ensure that you have the right colours of mana available to you when you need them. This can help improve the consistency of your deck and make it flow more fluidly. Makes it more reliable in the multiplayer games. And you can buy this card for around $1.20. Number 6, Gaale, Waterdeep Prodigy. A legendary human wizard creature that costs 1 blue and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 1 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, you may cast up to 1 target card of the other type from your graveyard. If a spell cast in your graveyard this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Choose a background. You can have a background as a second commander. So this is one wacky and very unique card. And let's not overlook the fact that yes, it is legendary, so it can indeed beat your commander, which is pretty darn sweet. He makes a very fun commander pilot, and having that background effect can make things extra spicy. If you're into decks that run large amounts of instant and sorceries, Gaale is a wonderful commander for you. He's a very solid commander indeed, and if you don't want it as a commander, Gaale can still perform wonders in the 99 of many commander decks out there. A worthy power up indeed. And you can buy this card for around 50 cents. Number 7, Krenko, Tin Street Kingping. A legendary goblin creature that costs 1 red and 2 generic mana to cast. It has 1 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Whenever Krenko, Tin Street Kingping attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then create a number of 1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to Krenko's power. Okay, I'm a big fan of Krenko. He is by far the coolest of all the goblins out there, and this version of him is a really, really super one. Fun to play and very strong. A real cool strategy with this Krenko is to give him unblockable, so you can very easily swing to stack up those counters. Cards such as Whispersick Cloak can help you achieve this. You're also going to want to be able to buff him up with some nice equipment and auras. The higher his power becomes, the more goblins you can create. Things can get out of hand for your opponents very fast with this Krenko. Yep, this guy is awesome, and it's well worth playing him as a commander if you want to. He is legendary. He is both explosive and enjoyable to pilot. And you can buy this card for around $1.20. Number 8, Ather Gaale. A sorcery spell that costs 2 blue and 3 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Return 6 target non-land permanents still in his hands. Okay, this is one superb board wipe as it allows you to hit a lot of targets, and these targets can be spread out if you wish to alternative opponents, not just one specific opponent or player. There is, however, a little downside, not a major one, but to cast this card you have to be able to hit 6 targets, otherwise you can't cast it. You can also use this card to bounce some powerful EDB permanents back to your hand to recast them again later on to gain that sweet EDB trigger again. An overall powerful card indeed, and you can buy this card for around 50 cents. Number 9, Mob Rall. A sorcery spell that costs 2 red and 4 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Choose one. Gain control of all creatures with power 4 or greater until the end of turn. Untap those creatures, they gain haste until the end of turn. Or gain control of all creatures with power 3 or less until the end of turn. Untap all those creatures, they gain haste until the end of turn. Okay, this is a very, very good card. It can be used in so many different ways. You can either choose to steal your opponent's creatures and use them to attack an opponent to lower their life total, or hopefully take them out of the game completely. Or you can even choose to sacrifice them all if you're playing a deck with sack outlets. For example, you could steal their stuff and just sack them away. So when they do go back to your opponent, they don't go back at all, they've disappeared, and you pretty much board wipe that opponent, which can massively hinder your opponent's plans, offering superb disruption. It's a really powerful and enjoyable card to play. Very worth picking up in my opinion, and you can buy this card for around $1.30. Number 10, the final card on my list, Courageous Resolve. An instant spell that costs 1 white and 2 generic mana to cast. It says the following: up to 1 target creature you control gains protection for each of your opponents until the end of turn. Draw a card. It can't be blocked, targeted, dealt damage, enchanted, or equipped by anything controlled by those players. Fateful Hour. If you have 5 or less life, you can't lose life this turn, you can't lose the game this turn, and your opponents can't win the game this turn. Okay, this is a good one. How is this the first time I've ever seen this card? Honestly, I'm shocked. This thing is absolutely powerful. I've never seen it before until today when I was doing my research for this video. I'm going to probably pick 1 or 2 of these up today. Honestly, I'm probably going to make an order soon. It's very good. It's a budget all-star, which in my opinion will likely spike in price in the future, because right now it's pretty cheap to purchase. Anyway, enough of me gibbering and going on. Let's actually talk about what this card does. So for 3 total mana, we can use this card to protect up to 1 target creature we control from all of our opponents until the end of turn at instant speed. Plus we get to draw a card, which overall is superb. Then we also have the ability to gain that Fateful Hour trigger, which is absolutely game saving and can stop your opponents from winning as well. This is massive. I adore this card. Super cool. And you can buy this card for around 60 cents, which in my opinion is a steal. Well worth picking up. Okay everyone, we have come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for making it this far. If you did enjoy the video, please could drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And check out the 2 videos that should pop up on the screen around now or a little bit earlier. Those videos should be good for you as well. I'd really like to know if you have any recommendations on budget upgrades for Commander. If you do, please share in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and always try my best to answer them all. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.